He wove a memorable night into our lives, and from that moment on, everything changed. Now is my chance to make an impact, and I've brought along two unforgettable women who will leave a lasting impression before we dive in. I'd love for you to show your support with a thumbs up and subscribe if you're one of our loyal viewers. It's straightforward, easy to use, and you'll be prepared for what comes next. Let's delve deeper. As I struggled to regain my breath, he suddenly collapsed next to me. We rested in the tranquility that came after the storm, still reflecting on the depth of the experience from the heartfelt emotions of the evening. It felt like we had just emerged from a grueling session of physical exertion. I was still attempting to calm my breath, engulfed by the feelings we had ignited. Together, a blend of astonishment and satisfaction. Words escaped me in that moment. I turned my head and looked at him, my eyes wide with surprise as if to convey the question, what just happened? He shot me a knowing smile, his breath quickening, and softly pressed his lips to my shoulder. A smile spread across my face. Each evening has unfolded in a similar manner lately. He chuckled gently. Honestly, I never imagined our relationship could get better. Yet, here we are, and it has. It truly has, I murmured, letting my fingers glide gently along his back. From that memorable evening onward, he looked my way, a hint of a smile dancing at the edge of his mouth. That evening, we found ourselves unexpectedly surprised. I shared a soft smile with him. How did that catch you off guard? He let out a soft laugh. By embracing a perspective that may not be the first to come to mind for many partners. A knowing smile crossed my face. In a devoted partnership illuminated, and maybe this is just the start of something greater. We shared a soft laugh, but soon his voice softened even more. It's true, I felt a flutter of nerves before we embarked on that journey. Didn't I? I found myself pondering, what if it changed you in ways you never imagined? What if a significant moment faded from our grasp? I watched him closely. Do I appear changed in your eyes? He sprang into action without hesitation. Without a doubt, it's the finest that sparked a true smile on my face. His accuracy was undeniable. I had undergone a remarkable change, not in the manner that many may fear. I experienced a greater sense of empowerment, more captivating, in greater alignment with my true self. In a way, our bond deepened as we navigated through it all together. Our lips met in a moment that felt like magic, steady and assured, letting him immerse himself in the experience. You liberated me. As he gazed at me, it was as though he was attempting to capture this unfamiliar aspect of who I am. His curiosity was palpable. He kept his gaze fixed on me as though I would disappear the instant he turned his attention elsewhere. As I settled in, a warm smile spread across my face, my chin finding a cozy spot on his chest. He whispered tenderly, his fingers gliding through my hair. With a delicate touch, your brilliance has been evident throughout the week. Is it worrisome that you're already anticipating another adventure like that? I let out a laugh and gave an exasperated roll of my eyes. Oh my goodness. One might assume that if a woman finds joy in something, once it signifies a perpetual desire for it. However, in that regard, he remarked, lifting an eyebrow, I believe it's a fair conclusion. I softly outlined a circle on his skin with my fingertip. Do you really think I'm that focused on myself? He paused, allowing his thoughts to weave together. Could you share a bit more about what you mean? I looked up at him, letting a smile slowly emerge. Well, I had my moment. He gazed with wonder. Absolutely not. I leaned my head just a bit to the side, without a doubt. He shifted his stance ever so slightly. Are you really serious right now? I responded with a knowing nod. Do you recall that colleague you often avoid making eye contact with during our video calls? His eyes widened with wonder. Are you talking about the one with the striking red lipstick? I whispered softly, biting my lower lip. We shared a moment of dialogue. He gazed at me as though I had rewritten the very essence of devotion. She showed a spark of curiosity. I continued embracing the possibilities that lay ahead. And she's bringing a companion with her. He parted his lips, only to seal them once more, completely taken aback. I leaned in and whispered gently beside him. A delightful surprise was in store for you. Now that the news has been shared, it's time to embrace the anticipation of what tomorrow night will bring. As the next evening unfolded, all was set and ready. The atmosphere was warm and inviting, with soft melodies drifting through the air and wine glasses lingering with a hint of their contents there. I sat on the couch beside him, legs crossed, my voice steady, while my heart danced with excitement beneath the surface. Our chat flowed with warmth and a light-hearted spirit. They were curious, slightly apprehensive, maybe yet receptive to the journey ahead. That was enough to convey the message. Suddenly, the front door creaked open, and I felt a rush of anticipation in the air. As he stepped into the room, a palpable shift enveloped the space. With each step, he moved with purpose. I watched as he soaked in the golden glow, the two women next to me, and the way we all turned our heads toward him together. He remained motionless. I slowly got to my feet and shared a warm smile. Greetings. He glanced between us, his gaze sharpening with each passing moment. Is this truly the end of the tale? One of them rose first, exuding confidence, her tall figure accentuated by striking red lipstick, sharp and captivating. With a steady gaze, she extended her hand, inviting connection. I'm Samantha, she said, her voice flowing like a gentle stream. You may remember me from the tales we've shared. I have encountered you, too. The other followed closely, a soft smile gracing their lips. Maya, I'm simply here to embrace the adventure. He nodded, immersed in the unfolding narrative, striving to grasp the essence of it all. I approached and softly traced my fingers along his arm while leaning in a bit closer. Keep your calm. There's no need for concern. Simply embrace the journey. As I reached back, I took Samantha's hand in mine, holding it gently. Come be a part of our journey. As I strolled down the hallway, the cool hardwood beneath my bare feet, three shadows trailed closely behind me, whispering secrets of the past. Just before I opened the bedroom door, I turned around, drew him in by the front of his shirt, and pressed my lips against his. Slowly, with assurance, and distinctly apparent to the women standing behind him. Then I shared my words gently, making sure all ears were tuned in to my voice. Delight in the moments, my dear. This is meant for you. And the door softly clicked into place. She seized her moment. Samantha moved closer, her touch light as she guided his wrist, leading him to the bed's edge, embodying a glow that seemed destined for the twilight hour. There was an effortless flow, a quiet harmony among the three of them, revealing a narrative that seemed meant to be. I approached the armchair, nestled against the wall, and settled in, crossing one leg over the other as I found my comfort. My anticipation was growing, yet I was determined to savor every second. He cast a fleeting look in my direction, as though searching for a nod of affirmation. With a warm smile, I presented it. Samantha leaned in, her confidence shining through as she pressed her lips to his, her hands skillfully working to unbutton his shirt. Maya lingered just behind, her fingertips lightly grazing his back as she helped him slide off the sleeves. They carefully peeled away his garments as though unveiling a prized possession they both longed for. As his shirt drifted to the floor, Maya leaned in, placing a tender kiss just beneath his collarbone. Samantha wove a tender journey across his chest, planting delicate kisses as her fingers sought out his belt. He was on edge, yet not confrontational, as if he were trying to absorb every detail around him. The women took the next step, unveiling themselves in two unique ways. Samantha exuded boldness and confidence, while Maya approached it with a gentle touch, yet was equally ready moments later. In that fleeting moment, the three of us found ourselves entwined in a bond woven from trust and a silent yearning to explore the depths of our connection. From where I stood, the view unfolded like a captivating tale, each element revealing its own beauty in a dance of intimacy. Samantha's lips glided softly over his chest, while Maya's hands ventured lower, her exploration filled with tender care. Silence enveloped the space, filled only with the rhythm of their breaths as an unspoken tension grew with each delicate shift. His hands gripped the sheets behind him, his jaw softened, and his eyes flickered towards me as if he were in disbelief that I was truly there witnessing it all. Yet I found myself in that situation. I took in every detail, the way his breath hitched, the way his body shifted, the way his fingers trembled, the way they held him suspended in that instant between release and elation as moments slipped away. Samantha stood up with grace, resting one hand on his chest and softly coaxing him down onto the mattress. She ascended over him with a serene, deliberate grace. Her eyes locked onto his as she orchestrated the moment with unwavering assurance and intent, as though she had been waiting for this encounter all evening and wished to savor each fleeting instant. As her movements synchronized with his, I caught a glimpse of the expression on his face, a blend of astonishment, delight, and reverence. All connected, Samantha sprang into action without hesitation. She inched nearer, discovering a serene warmth as their bond deepened. One hand gently placed on his chest, while the other wove through his hair. He let out a deep breath, a mix of openness and emotional liberation as he responded with astonishment, clearly touched by the intimacy of the moment, as if he hadn't foreseen the impact it would have on him. Her smile radiated joy, a clear reflection of her happiness. Her pace was deliberate at first, each movement making him catch his breath just a bit. His hands gripped the edge of the bed as if it were the sole anchor in a sea of uncertainty. Maya leaned in from the side, her lips softly brushing against his chest. Her voice intimate and tender as she shared a secret that stirred something deep within him. I settled into my seat, quietly, witnessing the deep bond that was blossoming right in front of me. In that moment, I was swept up in the collective vibe of the space, absorbing every detail around me, and even when I became aware of it, I remained fully engaged. I let the tension build inside me, mirroring his emotions, creating a bond and a deep connection. Samantha advanced with a quiet resolve, inviting him into the unfolding experience. As she progressed with growing power and accuracy, she appeared completely engaged, welcoming the unfolding connections surrounding her. Maya nestled close to him again, bestowing soft kisses along his ribs and stomach. Each movement appeared to enrich the emotional journey he was on. A gentle stir, a breath caught in the moment, too swift to be contained. He looked my way, and with every shaky breath and each slight shift of Samantha's form, it was as if he discovered me through his eyes, grounding him in that moment, and I met his gaze. Unwaveringly, I longed for him to see himself through my eyes. Lost in thought, weighed down, entranced, the emotional weight grew heavy as I observed everything unfold, evoking feelings that reflected what I imagined he could be going through. Now I sensed a bond with them. Every heartbeat in the room echoed through me, stirring a deep sensation in my stomach. Pressing sharply against my ribs, Samantha reclined, shifting her stance slightly, her hands softly placed against his chest for balance. She held her poise, moving with a serene grace that seemed to elevate him to extraordinary realms I had never seen before. Maya stayed nearby, providing a soothing, stabilizing presence, or moved subtly. Her touch was soft but unwavering, a reminder that he was not solitary, and then it unfolded. He exhaled as if shedding a weight he had long carried, his face transforming into a softness I had never witnessed, and a sound emerged from him, raw and strained, as though it had been drawn from the very depths of his being. Samantha stayed close to him, subtly changing the rhythm to guide him toward understanding. Maya pressed a soft kiss to his shoulder. While he inhaled deeply beneath them, I exhaled softly, my hands separating, my heart racing with anticipation. With deliberate steps, I rose and traversed the room, gradually approaching until I found myself beside him. He gazed at me, his eyes far away, lips gently parted. He appeared utterly serene, as though he had just come back from a profound adventure of the heart. I settled next to him, providing a gentle touch of comfort and companionship, and softly murmured, just above his lips, there was still so much to unveil, so much to convey, and I was eager to keep exploring this path alongside him. Have you ever experienced a moment that took you by surprise, leaving you feeling pleasantly amazed? If you found yourself in that situation, what adventures would you embark on? I can't wait to hear your tales in the comments. So please share them with me. And before you leave, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can stay tuned for the next tale. We appreciate you joining us.